Our first guest hosts the Emmy and Peabody Award-winning show Last Week Tonight, which airs Sundays on HBO and streams on Max. Please welcome back to the show our very good friend, John Oliver, everybody. Yes. It was a bad time. The strike was a bad time.
Yeah, really bad.
We got to spend some time together.
Let's throw it. I know cursing is verboten
encouraged,
here, but sure. Let's call it a bad time because otherwise, what are intensifiers for?
Yeah.
Yes, very bad.
And we did spend some time together during the strike. That was nice, but we were talking about a lot of people just assume when you're not working that is a positive.
Yeah, they sure do assume that, don't they?
Yeah.
They assume that almost every day, and they assume that reminding you of that might be a pleasant thing for you to hear. Yeah, it was non-stop. People saying, well, at least you're getting some time off. It must feel like a vacation. And I, most of the time, did not respond to that. And when I did, I was not as gracious as I might otherwise have been. I was on an elevator with my wife, and someone got off saying, yeah, well, at least you're getting a nice vacation. That must be nice. And I was following them off to say, you're wrong about that. Until my wife pulled me back, said it's not our floor. I know it's not our floor, but that's not appreciating the difficulty of the situation that I'm in right now.
Right before the strike, you were here, and it was lovely to have you here, and your parents were in the audience.
Yes, that's true.
Although you stressed to us...
I did.
Don't mention it, and don't cut to them.
Because that's right. The producers asked, would they like a camera on them? And I had to say, I cannot overstate enough just how little they want a camera on them right here. It would be the meanest thing I could possibly do to them, and I've not been a perfect child. But yeah, they really did. They were so excited to be here, though, and the thing they said afterwards was, it was really, really fun to go and watch a real TV show. And they had been, Seth, at my show the previous night. Gets one step worse, because I went, oh, I think I understand what you mean, because, you know, it's like, it's 30 Rock is kind of really, exciting place to be, so I think I see it. And they said, well, could we go and see Colbert next time that we're here? And I said, why? And they said, because it would be nice to see a real guest. Wow. Yeah. So if there's any sense of why I'm like this, there's a little snapshot. That's why my feet are not just...
It does feel like there should be a Huffington Post article that's like, John Oliver's parents destroy John Oliver.
They eviscerate their own boy.
A very well-structured two-part burn on you.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Also, that thing of don't... I mean, by the way, don't blame us for asking, like, do you want a camera on your parents? Because of course, when my parents come, they actually bring a camera. Just in case something's wrong with ours.
Your dad is permanently live streaming himself just so you've got two cameras so you can edit around it, right?
Now, we also talked, people like us, hosts, we get asked, it makes natural sense to people, oh, you should host my charity event.
Oh, yeah.
And you, over the years, have just eliminated multiple charities where you're suitable for it.
Yeah, I talk a lot of
Yeah.
So helpfully for me, that, I think
Just like narrowed the field.
Exactly. There's not many, and there's not many that I can do or that I'm welcome at. Now,
and then you mentioned one thing.
I mentioned last time Sesame Street's the greatest.
Of course, the best.
Obviously, I love them in general so much. I love the idea of them getting as much money as they can so much. So every year I do the Sesame Street Gala. So I mentioned it here because it's so fun. And I thought this would be nice.
Yeah.
And I knew it was coming up. I was then booed at that gala. And I want you to think about how hard it is to make that happen. The theme of the evening was kindness. That's not easy to do. Just to explain what happened. So obviously the whole point is raise as much money as they can. They got a big sponsor. They had Bank of America. Were going to be their sponsor. And I think they got Bank of America by making up this nonsense award they were going to give to one of the executives. I was going to go on after her. And she walked on and she said, I've been thinking about how appropriate it is the Bank of America and Sesame Street have teamed up tonight because we are two organisations built on kindness. And I was standing at the side of the stage. I remember thinking, I'm going to let that go. Because, no one needs me to create a scene right now, because she's out, all the characters are out there with her. The whole point is that we raise money. No one needs an incident here just because she said something that I personally find a little odd to say. So I can let that go. I will choose to let that go. I'm going to make the better choice right now. Then she said it 3 more times in the next 5 minutes, and I snapped. And I walked out and said, it's been odd to hear talk of kindness from Bank of America, an institution that had the highest foreclosure rates over the last 10 years. Boos, bouncing. Oh, that's the opposite of the reaction in that room. And the worst thing, the thing that is imprinted itself in my memory is all I remember is Bert looking up at me. With such disappointment in his eyes. Just, why are you like this? You're behaving erratically, and I live with Ernie. It wasn't great. So I would like to do it again. Sesame Street, have me back. I'll be a good boy this time.
Yeah. They can trust you on that.
Oh, definitely. Just have McKinsey be a sponsor. They'll be fine.
I've got a lot more to ask you. We'll be right back with more from John Oliver.